Hi there and welcome to another episode of Andy Robinson RC, and cheers for checking out the episode today on the channel. Right, well, we've got something a little bit unusual and a bit of a oddity really. If you saw my Thundershot 22 video, I did give a very small sneak peek of this, so I'll put a link into the description, but generally this is a video dedicated to this car. Now, the story is, how I came to find this, is I was perusing eBay as usual, and I just typed in Tamiya clone just to see what would pop up. And then this popped up, and it's called a Sunrise Firefox, and it's by Sunwind International, or Sunwind Electronics, and it's made in Taiwan. And I thought, I've never heard of it. Never heard of that at all. So I looked at the listing, and it is, as we'll see, it is a fully working, fully functional, 2-channel radio control buggy. And it very much looks like a Tamiya bigwig, which of course the original Tamiya bigwig was released in July 1986. So, but the thing is, I can't find a date for this anywhere on the box, the manual, the car, or anything. So I'm not entirely sure when this was released. Was it released the same year? Was it a few years later? A year? I don't know. If anyone has seen one of these before or knows some information on it, it'd be great to hear it, because I can't seem to find anything too much about it. The only thing I found on the eBay was I think someone had one of these on Tamiya Club, and someone was selling one through WordPoint or WorthPoint, I think it's called, and they said it was a, you know, they were in America, and they said they bought it for their son in the 80s, and at the time it cost about $350. Now that's all I could really find out about it. But we're going to move the box out of the way. I was putting that there, and we'll have a bit closer look at the buggy. Just turn this round. Yeah, as you can see as well, there's some more pictures of the handset, the radio gear and everything. It came on 27 megahertz radio, and I think it was band 2 by the look of the box. But yeah, so this is, I think this was sold in America. It probably sold other places as well, but definitely sold in America, because I did notice, and I'm going to put the buggy there, when I looked at the manual, I was trying to find out a date for it. There was a supplement sheet there with all the prices in dollars for spare parts. So yeah, you must have been able to you know, obviously buy this in the US. So and the dearest part I can find on here is what was it, the receiver for $35, and there's the servo gearbox for $25. Oh, saying that though, the control set, if you buy the whole control set, transmitter, receiver and 2 servos, $85. Wow, there you go. So I say, the guy I looked up on who had one of these for sale on WorthPoint, he said it was about $350 by then. So, okay, so it's cool to get a manual with it. There is a bit of a diagram on the back of it all in pieces. And it's not a build manual as such. There's a warranty card there as well. So yeah, I don't think that's valid anymore. But it just tells you it's like the operator. It's it's come as a ready to run basically. I did get the original battery with it. It just tells you the do and don'ts. Really, same as you're getting any ready to run these days. But again, you can fully take this to pieces and build it. As I said, it really is a clone of the bigwig. I mean, the body shell is not Lexan or polycarbonate. It's like an ABS type hard body as well. So that's slightly different. Obviously, it's similar looking, but not the same. Also, as well, there's less. All the plastics are black on this, where and the wheels are different. Well, on the bigwig, you've got the Mooncraft wheels, a polycarbonate body, and there's the front shock struts are blue, and there's various things like that that are different. But yeah, anyway, so I mean, that's the buggy itself. And it's pretty cool. I think it's awesome just to even come across it. Now I was looking at the tyres when I got this, and it says, let's have a look, Super Gripper Racing R tyres, and then there's like a code. It says 125020. Now I'm going to take a punt and assume that maybe the tyres themselves, Tamiya supplied them, and they're exactly the same as the oval block grips that Tamiya put on their buggies. Also, the yellow CVA dampers look exactly like the ones you would find on the Bigwig. So again, maybe Tamiya supplied these as well. I don't know. But we'll take the body shell off and we'll have a bit of a look inside. Now, if I hold this up to you like that, you can see it is very Bigwig-like. I'll flip it upside down as well. Now, where a lot of the differences are is this will not accept the 8.4 racing pack, Volt racing pack you could buy at the time. You can't, fit one of these in this because they've put like a tray inside it that just fits in a normal 7.2 volt battery pack. Also, you don't get a special motor like you did with the Bigwig as well. I don't know if this has been changed at some point. It's got a blue end bell on it, but yeah, it just looks like a 540 cam motor, silver 540 cam with a blue end bell. I don't think it's a particular special motor or anything. It's just a standard 540 motor, I believe. You've got dual heat sinks. Also, you've got that engine, moulded engine block, just like you do have on the Bigwig as well, which is cool. And there's no top deck on this like on the Bigwig either. But I do believe it shares the same rack and pinion type steering. I think you can see it's got the same sort of like rubber boots on it. So I think it also shares that sort of same steering. It's got the front and rear gearbox, which to me, I haven't looked at a Bigwig for a long time, but they all look the same. Wishbones, I think, pretty much look the same as well. Chassis tub again is slightly different. Now, with this one, I'll show you, the battery compartment is there. You turn this around like that, and then you sort of prise that open there. And then you've got your wire for the battery plug. You take a little cover off there, and you also have to put in 4 AA batteries to power the receiver. So let's put that there for now. So yeah, which, you know, on some of the radio systems in the 80s, you used to have that 4-cell pack, AA to power the receiver before they updated the electronics. So this obviously requires that. Now you could quite easily lump all this old radio gear out and you could put modern electronics in. That would be no problem really. But I'm not going to do that at the minute. Now I have checked this already, and it all works. I mean, the seller who I bought it from, this came over from Italy, by the way, and the seller, Sergio, thank you very much for selling this to me. Yeah, he sent it over and he showed it all worked, and it does. Now what did I pay for this? I think in English money it worked out about £150. Now, I don't think you can buy a vintage Bigwig for that sort of money. So I thought, you know, being that it's a bit more unusual and it all works and it comes with its box and manual and everything and shipped over, I thought that was well worth investigating and getting it on the channel to show you. And as I've already said, if anyone's had one of these or seen one or knows a bit more information about it, I'd love to hear it, because I really do like these oddball sort of cars. But yeah, I mean, you can say it is really completely ripped off or based on the Bigwig chassis or the Boomerang series of cars as well. But yeah, I think it's cool. I tell you what I do like. I like this little aerial mount at the back that screws onto like the little rear bumper cage there, and it, you know, the aerial comes out there. That's quite cool. But yeah, as I say, the idea is we'll be getting a video on this soon. Also, the shocks are proper oil-filled shocks. as well. I was just thinking then, they obviously look like the Tamiya ones, but they are proper oil ones. I'm assuming, like I said, that Tamiya supplied these, maybe along with the tyres. I'm just guessing, really. But yeah, so there you go. That was pretty cool. Again, what we'll do is we'll bring the camera over, and I'll just put that there, and the body there. Now, I should mention as well, this body shell has 4 screws that you screw from underneath the chassis to hold it on. It's not held on with clips. Okay, manual there. So as I said, before we end this video, as I can't wait to get this running and showing it you, going, but we will bring the camera over and you can have a bit of a closer look at it, see what you make of it, and leave us some comments in the video. Yeah, all good. Let's bring it over for you. Look at that. I think that is so cool. Bring it around here, and you can see the whole chassis. You can just see how much of it is just like the Bigwig. I feel like I've said that a hell of a lot this video. But I know, I love these oddities that you can find. And I say, I literally just found this by typing in Tamiya clone on eBay. But I say, it's certainly one that I've never come across before, never heard of. But that's the manual there. But yeah. It's got a cool driver figure in as well. But yeah. I must admit, the body shell with those decals on does kind of look a bit more toy-like than sort of like what the proper Bigwig does. But I think that's just down to colour and decals that have been done for it. The rest of it looks, you know, proper hobby grade. I mean, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I should strip that body, repaint it, or, you know, I think I probably will leave it as it is, as an original Buggy, because you're just not going to see many of these, are you? So it might be a shame to do that. Or alternatively, buy a Bigwig body shell to fit it and doing a different paint scheme or whatever. So there you go. Right, as ever,